haven't been able to score two. And that is quite, questionable for a team that is handled by him. 6 matches.
They've considered 6 goals in the process. They have one outstanding game to clear against Asante Kotoko because of Kotoko's involvement in the African Confederations Cup. But I tell you what, early days, bad signs for Holy Stars. Auburn finds Hennessy. It's fair to say these two have formed the most consistent centre-back partnership in the Premier League over the last 2 seasons. We made Hennessy, and then here was Efson with a shot across, and he goes straight to Prince Asempa.
The intent was very clear. Brilliant front there from Obin Jr. from Efson. He didn't have the right balance to put together the right cutback for Chauncey and Samuel Quanta, but the intentions have been clear. They will need something extra to be Asempa imposed.
Hennessy finds Lawrence Osei. Intelligent play by Robin Hennessy. Back to Dogley. Anon. Auburn sends a long one looking for Freeman, who comes up against Peter Ahen. Referee whistles for a foul against Chancellor Freeman, a decision that has been greeted with displeasure by the Lions fans here at the stadium.
The Liberian knew exactly what he was doing on Peter Ahen. A bit of a shove there, as you can see. He went right into the back of Ahen. The referee was very much aware of the flaw in that tackle. Good decision.
Ebenezer Auburn steps forward for Lions. Musa. Adu falls deep to get possession on for Lions and Hennessy. Long ball looking for Danso. Good defending coming from Boniface Blade to find Prince Asempa. Moses Arthur. Ennis Boedi. Jacob Boazi to Ahin. H. Dogley intercepts, but Holy Stars still have possession. Jetia to Boedi. Boazi. Sylvester Simba. That ball was meant for Cheneboa, but Lions take possession. There's a clumsy challenge on Ishmael Adu by Sylvester Simba, and referee has reached his pocket for the first yellow card of the afternoon. It's only 7 minutes and Sylvester Simba gets his name in the books.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He went in for the foot of Ishmael Adu. That was clearly an intent to bring his man down.
First yellow card for Simba.
He's very much experienced, and he should have known that was needless, especially in the heart of midfield.
It's going to be a bit more cautious in the remaining minutes because the second yellow and he takes an early shower. Danso can't find Dogley.
You can see Simba trying to work tirelessly as to whether he can maintain this energy for most parts of the game.
Here is Danso to Hennessy. Obin Jr. is the target, traps it down for Danso, tries to reach Obin Jr. again. Moses Arthur goes in, and Obin Jr. unable to reach the ball. It's a goal kick.
Bing Jr. very lively in the opening minutes of the game. Clearly seemed to be the man causing lots of trouble. But that was very good offensive right there from Moses Arthur. Enough strength to unbalance Bing Jr. with the final touch over that line.
Got the only goal for them in that 3-1 defeat to All Blacks, to Golden Gold Stars, the Premier League champions, last Monday. And he gets possession for Kwanzaa. And his body brings Kwanzaa down, and referee whistles for a free kick just outside the box for Kando Hearts of Lions.
Very much surprised, but he went in with too much aggression. Though he had very good hold of the ball, the tackle was a bit rushed there. You could clearly see he went in with an intent to stamp on the ball, and Kwanzaa knew exactly what he wanted to do. That's a poor foul given away by the captain of the team.
Free kick for Hearts of Lions. Obin Jr. shows the desire to take it. Chauncey Freeman steps up. Kwanzaa is equally interested, but it's the young left back, the debutant, Musa, Abdullah Musa, who fancy his chances. Stepped in to replace the regular left back, Chris McKinney.
Taking set pieces, and it was in the opposite direction where the right-footed players had the touch. This time around, it's on the opposite side where the left-footed players need to show the quality they have.
Free kick, Hearts of Lions. It's 10 minutes in Pando. Hearts of Lions nil, Holy Stars nil. Abdullah Musa behind it. There's also Ishmael Ado and Danso. Danso goes for a killer, and Asempa deals with it for Holy Stars.
It was a good hit, not with too much power. Direct at Asempa, and he'll be glad to have these all day. It was going to be hit that way.
Simba with a drive from a distance. Straight to Osei.
Good intent there from Simba. He saw Osei trying to backpedal into the midsection of the score post, decided to take the shot, but it was weak. And once it bounced off inside the penalty area a couple of times, that power was just too feeble to beat Osei.
Aben to Hennessy. Danso is an option on the right side. Hennessy keeps popping forward. Hennessy go for a drive. He hits one and he goes out for a goal kick. The centre back want to take matters up all by himself. But a bad effort from Robin Hennessy.
Not too far off, and it was very tight. Basake had everything covered, and all he had to do was just pull the trigger. Holy Stars may be wondering why they left too much space. We'll thank their stars. It was the centre back who hit that.
Atta to Prince Asempa. Boise is trying to pick out his front man. Eyeing to take the throw. Free kick, Holy Stars.
That was very good hold of the ball there by Peter Iron. Once he got the return from the throw-in, he wasn't going to lose that. You You could see Chauncey Freeman hitting him on his heel.
Free kick for Holy Stars. Ahin to take. Whips one into the Heart of Lions area. Obin Jr. goes back to defend. H.A. Douglas steps up for Lions and Obin Jr. gets the clearance away. Efson controls it down for Ishmael Ado. It's a good ball looking for Chauncey Freeman, the Liberian on his bike. He gets a touch on it. He's up against Ahin. And Ahin does what to hit it out for a throw-in. But great desire from the Liberian Chauncey Freeman.
Well, very much determined. He wanted to play it past Peter Ahin. He couldn't match the strength and that aggression coming from Chauncey. He just had to put it safely out for a throw-in.
Here's Abdullah Musa for Heart of Lions. Good play from the youngster. He swings it across. The header should be going down a bit to make any meaningful impact from Michael Efson.
Very sweet delivery there from Abdullah. He swung it very well with enough power. Efson with a very good lead, but ball came off his shoulder. The intent was to go with the head, but unfortunately, it was the shoulder that had the final touch, sending the ball over the goalpost.
Danso spits into the ball by Gamo. Gamo sends one on the left-hand side, Prince Chineboa. He's up against Hennessy. Skillful Chineboa. Gonna be tricky. But Hennessy shows his quality as one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League over the last 2 seasons, Ruben Hennessy. He doesn't often get the mention because of the dominance by the captain of the side in defense, Ebenezer Aban. Performances from this boy and the McCollum to the Black Stars during the qualifiers for the World Cup. But Hennessy is equally very, very good.
He's been the silent cover to this Heart of Lions team. He does his work with less fuss and executes his duties perfectly. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. No rush challenge. And that was a very clean tackle.
Simba loses possession to H.A. Dogley, but he can't find Freeman with that pass. It's a good interception from Jacob Boise.
This time around, H.A. Dogley doing brilliantly, winning the ball, but that final pass, very good rid of the ball by Boise. Chauncey Freeman has set himself on that bike.
Here is Aban. Takes one looking for Abdullah Musa, but the bounce on the tap gets the ball away for a Holy Stars goal kick.
It's going to be quite interesting. Holy Stars not ready to let go the blank result at the moment. They are keeping it watertight in their defensive area. Heart of Lions trying every avenue to try and break the deadlock.
It took them just 12 minutes to score against Holy Stars last season at this venue in that game that ended up 3-1 in favor of Lions. But injury concerns for both teams as Chauncey Freeman and Chineboa goes down after this collision.
Well, that was a very good lead there from Peter. Chauncey Freeman had missed the ball, and that collision came through an additional player, Samuel Buamakwanta.
It's begun raining already here in Pando. Chauncey Freeman is still being attended to, but he looks good to continue for Lions. Holy Stars will get us going now. Dogley, Aban's clearance. Essen comes up for it. H.A. Dogley. Throw in for Heart of Lions.
The game is becoming a bit more physical. I'm sure both sets of teams wouldn't want to lose the aerial battles, the midfield battles easily.
Ruben Hennessy. Boama Kwanzaa gets the ball away. Here is Sylvester Simba for Holy Stars. Boama is tracking back to win possession again, but Simba hangs on.
And second time in a row in games that Kwanzaa giving balls away. When it happened in BBNE on Monday, Heart of Lions were punished with that opener. Hopefully it doesn't repeat itself. It was good to see how quickly he ran back to cover up for his mistake.
Abdallah Musa back to Lawrence Osei. Looked over, hit the ball, Lawrence Osei. Not the best of deliveries from Lawrence Osei. He's handed Holy Stars the advantage. It was torn between Hennessy and Danso and eventually hit the ball out.
That was poor from the goalkeeper, who has one of his best attributes. It's a very good distributor of the ball.
Holy Stars have a free kick. "20 minutes in Pando. Hearts of Lions nil. Holy Stars nil. Sylvester Simba lines up to take the free kick for Holy Stars. Holy Stars have got about 6 players in the Hearts of Lions area. Simba swings one in, headed away by Hennessy. Freeman can't find where the ball is, but eventually it comes to him. Abdullah Musa with a long ball, looking for Bin Jr. Good defending from Boniface Blay. Lovely play from the back line of Holy Stars, calm and cool in dealing with a threat from Obin Jr. Here is Danso. Hennessy. The right back steps into midfield and finds Captain Arban. Now Hennessy. At this point, it's raining heavily here in Pando as Lions push for the first goal, but there's a foul against Efsin, and he's reacted angrily in disagreement with the referee, and he gets himself a yellow card for that reaction.
That was needless there from Efsin. Very poor from him. The referee had already whistled for a foul. Nothing was going to change his mind. And you can clearly see he had held on to the arm of Moses Arthur, who won that aerial challenge. I can understand him. He's frustrated from the Monday game where he missed a couple of sitters. He would want to make amends.
Second player to be booked. 2 yellow cards. Sylvester Simba of Holy Stars in the books of the referee, Alex Amwaben, and now the Hearts of Lions forward, Michael Efsin.
So the fans are eager to witness a goal. It's been a long road for them, traveling to Kumasi, to Accra, to BBNE. I want to see a goal from their beloved club.
Bobo is struggling to pick up the ball for the Hearts of Lions too, and eventually they have the ball with Hennessy. Back to Arban. Freeman just can't control that one.
That was a lapse in concentration there from Freeman.
Enes Boedi to Ahin. Ball headed down for a throw into Holy Stars. Prince Gamo for Holy Stars is up against Urban. Can't get to Ahin. The intention was to bring the right back in for a possible delivery into the Lions area. Heavy rains here in Pando. Obviously taking away the shine from this beautiful 20 minutes we've witnessed so far. Hennessy will step forward for Hearts of Lions. He's trying to get to Obin Jr. Jack Boniface Blake was there to clear that ball away.
Boniface doing every bit to prevent Obin Jr. from fluidly having most of the balls and being the channel through which Heart of Lions would attack Holy Stars.
Danso will take the corner for Lions, swings one in, and his body clears it away. Danso tries to pick out Urban. Lions appeal for a corner, but it's obvious it went out for a goal kick.
It wasn't the best of throwing. Bounce right in front of Urban. There was nothing he could do with two players marking him. The set piece is being given away.
Chance to Freeman. Sylvester Simba lost it to Dogley now. Freeman. Abdullah's ball in. It's good defending from Holy Stars. It's a corner to Heart of Lions.
That was a clean pass there from Abdullah finding Efsen through the channel. He made that brilliant cutback. But it was Quanta who was prevented there by Boniface Blake. He's doing most of the mop-ups.
Danso's corner. Princess Simba comes in and Simba gets the ball away. Only as far as Robin Hennessy. Ball is eluding Ahin at the same time, Danso. Ata. Boazi. Gamo. Abdullah Musa Clare said Jetua was trying to get back to his man, but ball falls to Captain Urban. Now here is H. Dogley. Danso. They need to be extra careful and cautious with how they hit the ball when it's a pass, because obviously they won't get it like they want it. Chance for Lions, and Efson's effort just flies over the bar for a goal kick.
That wasn't the best of connections you would have expected from him. He was power in his left foot. And the half volley was always going to rise without the best of body balance there too. Sabo Kwanzaa. Once again, Abdallah creating and Obin Jr. causing that havoc in the defense of Holy Stars.
Efson scored the only goal in that victory over Bechem United. Want to add to his goals again. Michael Efson. Now Sylvester Simba. Outer to Blay. Francis Jetua. Simba. Now Ahin on the right side after Abdullah had missed the ball, but Hennessy will step up for Hearts of Lions. Joseph Hudson, very very busy on the right side, combining really well with Ahin. Freeman did well, tracking back and winning the throw-in for Hearts of Lions. Currently fifth on the Premier League table with 11 points from 3 wins and 2 draws, testing their only defeat of the season on Monday against Gold Stars. They bagged in 7 goals and considered 4 in the process out of Lions.
Not bad statistics at all. All they need to improve is the goal scoring, and they will be good.
Free kick for Holy Stars.
You can see that was Danso there, very strong on his marker. Boniface play. He's having a very decent game.
Moses Arthur to Prince Asempa. Jacob Bozi. Gamo. Just didn't get the needed touch to find Hudson. We've done 30 minutes. Inkpando is Hearts of Lions nil, Holy Stars nil. Lions pushing forward. Here is Chancellor Freeman. He's up against Arta. Now, Buama Kwanzaa, lovely play from Buama. He goes down. Referee looks really close and doesn't think there's anything to whistle for.
He was very close to the action. He knew
Here's Chinibua. Chance for Holy Stars, Chinibua. But Danso did well to just distract him from getting a clean effort.
good end-to-end action from the two teams. Both of them failing to take advantage of the opportunities that they had. That was a brilliant run there from Chinibua, but his final shot letting him down.
Performance Holy Stars have exhibited in the opening 30 minutes doesn't reflect their position on the league log.
Not at all. That is quite surprising. I'm sure they'll be asking questions of themselves why they've been so poor. And for the Heart of Lions team, they'll be asking why is this team at the base of the table? And with all our brilliant performance, we're struggling to even record a goal against them.
H.A. Dogley, good skill now. Efson won't support and Danso comes in to Dogley. Aben. Hennessy. Good ball to find Konsa. Chance Freeman. Lions hanging on to possession while trying to find ways to break this Holy Stars backline. Hennessy steps up. Here is Dogley. The patient build-up from out of Lions as Hennessy tries to put one through for Kwanzaa. He goes down and it's a good call. Free kick for out of Lions.
And
Boydie.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Once Bomo Kwanzaa was advancing, waiting for that return ball, he just clipped him. It was a very good territory for any of the set-piece takers. Just look at that. It was just not going to win the ball. He decided to kick his man right from behind.
Free kick for Hearts of Lions. Did not utilize the previous ones that came their way. Hearts of Lions. Hopefully they get this right with Danso. Efson, Ishmael Ado, Ruben Hennessy. Let's see who goes for it. Michael Efson. He goes for a curler into the wall and it's cleared away.
Not the very best of kicks. The human wall doing a very perfect job, but that was a very poor hit. It was direct and it was low. Efson needs to do better. from the set pieces.
The rains have stopped now, and those fans who sought for some shelter are back in the stands again. JTR goes down from the challenge of Abdullah Musa.
Francis JT are one of the names coming across. Unfortunately, his potential not fully fulfilled.
Holy Stars strangely gives the ball away, and
That was cheap. Giving the ball away cheaply.
Efson. Tackled by Moses Arta. Free kick for Hearts of Lions. Hennessy swings one in. Efson is the target. Abdul finds Freeman. Abdullah Musa with a cross, but it goes straight to Asempa.
That was once again another sweet build-up. The delivery still not the very best. Once it gets into the goalkeeper's area, Asempa with all his experience will take that. But credit to Peter Hen, who slid and had a touch before the ball deflected to the goalkeeper.
Freeman. Efson, shooting range, and Efson has hit the bar. Here's Obin Jr., and that's the goal. Obin Jr. opens the scoring for Hearts of Lions on 35 minutes. Hearts of Lions have broken the deadlock. It was Michael Efson's effort denied by the woodwork. Then Obin Jr. steps up and just slots it into the back of the net. Hearts of Lions 1, Holy Stars 0.
It was sweet, it was brilliant, very excellent move once again. Heart of Lions, huffing and puffing for the opener. Efson knew exactly where he aimed at, but it came off the upright as it looked for the top right corner, and an instinctive Obin Jr. right inside the penalty area made sure he wasn't going to miss from just the goalkeepers.
Kojo Obin Jr. puts Hearts of Lions ahead after Efson's effort just struck the woodwork, and Obin Jr. would not miss from that position. Lions in the lead here in Pando.
Very instinctive from him. As experienced as he is, he knew that ball coming off the upright was going to serve some good. Followed that path, and once it fell to him with a sweet left foot, he tacked home.
Simba. Gamo. Simba was trying to weave his way past Ishmael Ado. Very alert on that occasion. Enes Bwedi. Boniface Blaze delivery. Hennessy was there to head it down, but it falls to Sylvester Simba, who tries his effort, but it goes straight to Lawrence Osei.
The idea was very clear. The intent was evident, by the execution lacking that power to test. Lawrence Osei. These are going to be routine saves for him. Something he does at the training ground. If Simba wants to beat him, maybe he might have to pick lessons from Efson and Obin Jr.
Arban looking for Musa Abdallah. There's a foul against the left back for bringing now Ahin. But hey, this man is a troubled one.
He is. I'm sure he's come under a lot of fire. Basake Holy Stars clearly not happy with the results. And he would have a lot to contend, lots to answer. After 7 match weeks, a possible of 21 points, and you have just 2. Raises lots of questions about your capability at the moment.
Freeman loses out to Simba. Abdallah will be aiming for a very long one in. Change his mind and go back to Ebenezer Arban. He's trying to dummy and Ahin had to step out. Gamo. Hudson. Arban is there for Hearts of Lions. Ishmael Ado is a beautiful 10. Flag is up already because there was heckling on Ado. Gets the decision going, advantage Lions.
He's clever, he's intelligent. There's been too much watch on him by Simba Sylvester. But clearly, he's doing his best, running around and making sure that he creates space for the likes of Echedogli and Samuel Bomakwanta to be effective.
It's 40 minutes. Inkpando, Hearts of Lions lead Ketsi Obin Jr.'s 35th minute goal after Efsen was denied by the side post. Lions concedes a free kick. The captain and his body at the receiving end. Gamo goes past Hennessy. Here is Gamo, but Hennessy does what to block his effort. Gamo again nearly found the equalizer for Holy Stars. Unlucky Gamo.
That was quick free kick there. It was a brilliant pass from Peter Iron. Once Gamo picked it up, he outran Hennessy, but he quickly recovered and put his body right there to stop the initial effort. But that return effort missing the post by inches. Brilliant play and strike there, but unfortunately failing to hit the target. Clear signs and warning to Heart of Lions. They cannot let their guards down.
Hennessy, no one of your paciest defenders, and if Gamo will be making those runs throughout the entire duration of the game, then he would give Hennessy a good run for his money. Here's Ishmael Ado. Finds Musa Abdallah. He can't get across because the ball had already crossed the line for a Holy Stars goal kick.
Mashiri Hayford will be happy with the input of Abdallah. That doesn't show a team that is missing the services of the dependable left back who is on suspension. And him will have to put up his A game probably in the next training session.
A miss kick from Abdallah, but Echedogli will step up and find Ado. Here is Ruben Hennessy with some 3 minutes to the end of the 45 for first half action. Here is Ebenezer Arban, the captain. Long one forward aiming at Freeman, who has it down. Here is Freeman. Clever defending from Jacob Boise. Douglas fouled by Sylvester Simba. I thought it was the other way around.
The referee saw something else. You can understand why Douglas not happy with the decision. It was clearly not what was seen. Simba had his tackle just going into his man and not the ball.
And his body. Jetua, Blay, Boedi, Holy Stars stepping forward. Efson's tackle adjust to be a foul by referee Amwaben. Free kick Holy Stars.
Efson needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow card. He can be rushing into challenges like this, especially from behind. And his body, he's been holding the ball very well. Could have easily passed for a yellow card. He's been left off the hook by referee.
Simba delivers. Danso has sit down. Here is Ennis Boedi. Simba. Looking for Hudson down the right side. Konsa finds Efson. Here is Michael Efson. Goes past his marker. Efson. Oh, that's a beautiful goal for Michael Efson to double the lead for Kwando Hearts of Lions. A solo run and a calm finish. Michael Efson puts Hearts of Lions 2 goals up here in Kwando. Brilliant goal.
That's the poacher's finish. Brilliant pass there from Samuel Kwanta. Once it got to Efson, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Push the ball far away from the defender. The unrushing Asempa was just beaten with a dink. That was clever. He wanted to make amends for his flaws in BBNE, and he's done that at home. That was a fantastic piece of play and brilliant finish to cap it all up for Heart of Lions.
The desire, the calmness, the composure, the finish. Top class from Michael Efson. That's a real striker's finish. He had great confidence going in for this one. The ability to go past the defender. He saw the goalkeeper coming, but he had one thing on his mind, to put the ball at the back of the net. Lions 2, Holy Stars 0.
That is impressive. You can now understand why Bashir Hayford was heavily bent on securing the signature of Efson once he decided to leave Samatex, and he's truly proven pivotal to this team's attack.
We're doing 2 minutes of additional time has been indicated by referee William Agbobi Jr. The 4th referee for today's game here is Ennis Buedi. Looking for Gamo, but Hennessy steps up. Lovely play from Robin Hennessy.
Because we're having a very decent game. Not rushing, making sure the simple things are done in the simplest ways.
H.A. Dogley, these days becoming a household name in this Lions setup for those dazzling performances. Now being junior. Can't get to Ishmael Adwa. Simba intercepts. It's Jetria in the middle. Can't get to Gamo. Danso. Obin Jr. We're into the final seconds of stoppage time for first star of action here in Pando. Here is Urban. Now Hennessy. Urban will bring Osei into the picture. Concedes a throw in Hearts of Lions.
That is how deep Efson falls to help with duties. But unfortunately, there his kill couldn't give out the perfect pass for his captain.
Two minutes of additional time already up. Referee Amwabin has taken a good look at his watch and he whistled to his mouth. He's blown it to wrap up first half action here at the Den in Pando. 2 first half goals. Michael Efson scoring the second after he was denied by the side post in the first attempt that landed for Bin Jr. to slot in the opener. Hearts of Lions, clearly they've been the dominant and the better of the two sides in this fixture here in Pando. It's half-time, match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League. Hearts of Lions 2, Holy Stars 0.
before the ball deflected to the goalkeeper.
Freeman. Efson, shooting range, and Efson has hit the bar. Here's Obin Jr., and that's the goal. Obin Jr. opens the scoring for Hearts of Lions on 35 minutes. Hearts of Lions have broken the deadlock. It was Michael Efson's effort denied by...
Obin Jr. right inside the penalty area. Made sure he wasn't going to miss from just the goalkeepers.
Kojo Obin Jr. puts Hearts of Lions ahead after Efson's effort just struck the woodwork, and Obin Jr. would not miss from that position.
Halftime here at the Kwando Sports Stadium, and Heart of Lions are leading Basake Oli Stars by 2-0. 2 goals scored in the dying embers of the first half from Kwajo Obin Jr. and Michael Efson have given Heart of Lions, a 2-goal lead going into the second half. But I have with me the assistant coach of Basake Oli Stars, Rashad Musa. Coach, your team was doing fine up until the last 10 minutes of the game. What really went wrong?
Actually, it was an error that happened because when the goalkeeper saw the fullback and then tried to locate him with the ball, it was just a miscalculation from the right back, and then he gifted the ball away, and that resulted into the goal. You are 2 goals down. What needs to change for you to get back into the game? Yeah, I think we are not playing bad, so we just have to continue playing how we were playing in the first 30 minutes before the first goal came. So, and then we'll push a little bit higher and then to see what happens in the second half. Coach, wish you all the best for the second 45 minutes. Rashad Musa there, the assistant coach of Basake Holy Stars. I've been joined by, one of the finest midfielders we've had in the Ghana Premier League during his days with Asante Kotoko. These days, he is with Heart of Lions. Yeah, Daniel Nieje. Daniel, 2 goals up. It's been a good game for you.
Yeah, it's been a very good game because during our last match, we created a lot of chances and then we couldn't take it. And I see today that we've created a lot and then we've taken 2. So it's been a good day for us. Now, your last game saw you miss a lot of chances and you lost that game. This one, you've scored 2 goals. 45 minutes to play. What do you think the team needs to do to be able to pick up all we need to attack more and then score more goals, because in football, when you are leading 2 goals, anything can happen. So we have to take our chances and then score more so that you can secure the 3 points.
Well, let's see if you can secure the 3 points. Wish you the best. Daniel Nieje is the assistant coach of Heart of Lions. They are leading Basake Holy Stars by 2-0. My name is Mutala Yakubu. I'll be joined by Kelvin and Francis later, but we take a quick breather. We will be right back.
I want to watch them, man.
Oh, even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? He screamed the stadium. Was like before the general lifting up trophies. Stephen Ojo was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game, it's our pride. And you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. I'm in the valleys. Keep your head up high. Got to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, yeah. Believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make me say, oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Watching the Ghana Premier League here on TV3 and on Nia TV, powered by Adisa Production Limited, and we are at the Pando Sports Stadium where Lions are leading Basake Holy Stars by 2-0 in the first 45 minutes. My name is Mutala Yakubu, joined by Francis and Kelvin Owusu-Ansah, who was in commentary position. It's been a game of two halves, even in the first half. At a point, it looks like Lions couldn't find a way to break them through, but then their luck shone, and they've gotten 2 goals, deservedly.
Yeah, you look at Hearts of Lions. They never looked like they were really under trouble from their away team, Basake Holy Stars, in that first 45 minutes. They were only waiting for their moment, and when those two moments arrived, we all saw how the guys up front, Samuel Kwanzaa Buama, Obin Jr., and Michael Efson, combined to devastating effect to get them the 2 goals. Yeah. The first goal, the three of them exchanged passes among themselves, and the ball got ricochet off the goal post and then fell kindly for Obin Jr. Right place at the right time to poke home the opening goal for Heart of Lion. And the second goal, look at how the ball retention in central midfield by Samuel Buama Kwanzaa. He took the ball, stifled the retention, and look at Buama, look at Efson on top of the pitch, and link up, traded a beautiful pass into his path. And all that he could do was just to take the ball into his stride and finish off a plump. And if you look at the 2 goals that they score, this is a proper goal rehearsed from the training ground.
Well, Heart of Lions there with that goal from Obin Jr. Then Michael Efson, who had a lot of chances when they went to Gold Stars, this time getting himself onto the score sheet. But Kelvin, it's not been doom and gloom for Basake Holy Stars. They were playing well at a point, but they capitulated in the last few minutes.
Well, you may capitulate in the final minutes of the first half, but that is what football is about. The fine margins do count. These were the same fine margins Heart of Lions failed to take advantage of last Monday in BBNE at the dance park, and they were punished. This time around, it is Basake Holy Stars who have been punished for their inability to keep their guards high concentration levels. This is a game of football. Once you lose concentration for a second, you will be punished, and very much experienced, very much lethal, much more hungrier forward in Obin Jr. and then Efson decided to punish Basake Holy Stars. There is no way you can blame Princess Empire Impulse for any of the goals. Very well worked and brilliantly finished at very good rates. Unfortunately for them, in midfield, they've had Ennis Bwedi controlling the path very well. But every time the ball gets up front, Gamo seems to be outnumbered and outmuzzled by Ruben Hennessy and Ebenezer Aban. So difficult for them to even test goalkeeper Lawrence Osei Impulse. Is the reason why we've seen Sylvester Simba with most of the opportunities driven from about 30 to 35 yards.
Now, Francis, despite the fact that there were a bit of rain when the game started, the pitch hasn't been in the best of shape for, football to flow. But that Heart of Lions midfield through have kept the ball well, and they are the reason why Lions are leading by 2-0.
Definitely, the strength of this team lies in central midfield, where you have Echedogli, Ishmael Ado, and Samuel Buama Kwanzaa. And if you look at how the 3 of them combined in central midfield, it tells you the telepathy between the 3 players, how they understand each other. They were never caught out of position. They were always at the right place at the right time in terms of breaking up play and constructing. The second goal in particular, look at how deep Samuel Buama Kwanzaa went into defensive mode, stifled the ball. Look at Efson.
So this is the goal that you're talking about. Yes. A pass was threaded to by Samuel Buama Kwanzaa. Then Michael Efson. That is some shape of a goal.
Well, that tells you that he has goals in him. Former player of Salmatex. Look, the defender, 1v1, on-rushing goalkeeper. But he knew exactly how he wanted to execute this pattern of phase of play. And you look at the way he dinked the ball over the goalkeeper. That tells you that this is a quality striker.
Now, Kevin, I'm looking at this goal, and goalkeeper, Asempa coming out because there was a defender coming with Michael Efson. Did he take the right decision?
Well, I think he took the right decision. Initially, it was more like it was going to be a run where Efson had to battle Ahuto. But when he decided to take an extra touch, he has pace, he has that physical strength. Asempa only wanted to close the angle, but I think it was the intelligence of Efson that got him the goal. We saw this a couple of instances when they played Bibiani Gold Stars on Monday, which he hit all those balls against goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe, who has spread his body. But this time around, Asempa thought he was going to go an extra touch wide of him, but that intelligence and sharp-mindedness to dink the ball over him was what made the difference.
Yes, the Lions are leading by 2-0. But Francis, I mean, Basake Holy Stars have also created 1 or 2 chances. That chance to Prince Trinibua, he could have done better.
Yeah, Prince Trinibua, he hugged the byline here, picked the ball, cut through the entire defensive unit. Yao Danso was caught out of position. You look at Ruben Hennessy, he tried to salvage the situation, but he couldn't cope with the pace of the striker. What let him down was his final decision at the top of the pitch. He could have just put his lazy streak, but I don't know if it is how soggy the pitch was at that particular point in time. If not, he would have caused much problem to the House of Lions defensive unit. But if you look at what they've done in the first half, like you said, prior to conceding those 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the first half, I think they played very well. They took the game to Heart of Lions, played in their faces, tried to push them to the wall to see if they can crack. But if you have an experienced player like Ebenezer Aban and Ruben Hennessy playing at the heart of your defense, then they'll always know how to deal with the threat of the opponent. But I think they've been very decent. They just have to tweak their formations in the second half and see if they can play themselves back into the game.
Kelvin, a 2-goal lead can be very tricky. Yeah. I mean, when the opponent gets one, they are back into the game. What does Heart of Lions need to do to be able to get all 3 points?
Well, I think they should be a bit conservative. They should be taking advantage of their chances. You can see that Jetua has been on Ishmael Ado, so he's given room for Hennessy and the Samuel Kwanzaa to have a lot more of the ball. All they need to do is to still keep the ball a lot more flowing and find the attackers in the right areas. And once they add a third to it, they are going to be home and dry.
Okay.
What Basake Holy Stars haven't done correctly is they are being extremely defensive. They are playing to frustrate Heart of Lions instead of playing their own way to attack. And that is not helping them at the moment, giving some balls away and decisions in the final third or in their own first third of the pitch, letting them down.
Francis, is it done and dusted for Holy Stars, or you think they can mount a comeback?
They can mount a comeback. The first 15 minutes of the second half will play a critical role in how they'll cope in the second half. Because what they need to do is that they just need to stick to the game plan and take the game more into the half of Hearts of Lions and try to push them and see if they can crack. And for them
so
to
let's
get
see if that can happen with Basake Holy Stars. The teams are coming out for the second 45 minutes. Heart of Lions are leading Holy Stars by 2-0. Kelvin joins Nana Dakwa Jesse for the second half commentary.
I want to watch them, man.
Even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles. Who know Don Bote? He screamed at the stadium. Basake for the general, lifting up trophies. Stephen Ojo was orchestrating the game. The legends of yesterday, they have paved way for the heroes of today. Do you know the Ghana Premier League?
No, Dad.
It's our game, it's our pride. And you watch it now live every weekend from now on.
Catch the Ghana Premier League live this and every weekend.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. I'm in the valleys. Keep your head up high. Got to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, yeah. Believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make me say, oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back for second half action of the Ghana Premier League 7th week fixture between Hearts of Lions and Holy Stars. Lions lead by 2 goals to 0. 2 goals scored in the first half through Michael Epson and Kojo Bin Jr. Back from recess, Lions dominating possession early stages, but Holy Stars will take it. Here is Simba. Now Jetia is a long ball looking for Prince Chineboa, and Holy Stars nearly pulled one back. Hearts of Lions completely out of nowhere. They would have been punished by Holy Stars.
That was pretty dangerous there. Samuel Boamakwansa losing that ball in the heart of midfield. Jetua knew exactly what he wanted to do. He found Chineboa. Clever ding after Lawrence Osei approached him. Unfortunately, he couldn't hit the target. This is a warning to Heart of Lions. They cannot open up easily. They need to be very careful. Chineboa wanted to find that final post, but unfortunately, that approach from Lawrence Osei making him miss that target.
Right in the middle of the park is a free kick. Anderson sends one in. Ball goes back straight to Asempa.
Well, I think that Holy Stars have come into the second half with much more agency. They want to quickly get back into the game. More vibrancy, more intent, and a clearer game plan than their conservative nature in the first half.
Sylvester Simba. Chineboa. Good through ball to Gamo. There's a foul on Gamo by Boama. Free kick for Holy Stars. Indications of their readiness to take the game to Lions and get at least a goal to unsettle them and push for the equalizer. They have a free kick now, Holy Stars.
That was a bad decision of a tackle there from Boama. 4th high up. And he's to be extra careful with said decisions.
No goal scored in this season's Premier League. For the bottom place side, they have a chance to get their very first. As a free kick for Holy Stars, and Evans Adote will be directing them on how to execute this one. Free kick taken by Ahin straight into the wall. Danso cleverly shows the ball out for a Hearts of Lions goal kick.
The wall doing its job, and that was a poorly hit free kick there. 2 goals down. You cannot afford to be wasting these glorious opportunities that fall to you. Just struck the ball directly into the human wall.
Kojo Bin Jr., he drives one in and it goes very far away from goal. It's a goal kick.
Clever there from Kojo Bin Jr. to touch the 10, setting himself up. But he'll be disappointed. That ball failed to hit the target or even test Asempa.
Ahin loses out to Freeman. Dogley. Fouled by Sylvester Simba. He must be careful, Simba. He's already on a yellow card.
I think that was a very silly decision from Sylvester Simba. The referee just letting it go. I'm not sure he's going to be the second time lucky.
Musa to take the free kick for Hearts of Lions. Swings one in. Freeman. Danso sends in a cross. Efson goes down. There was a handball on Efson before he went down. Good decision from Amwabin, but Efson have stayed down after that effort. Not looking good for him.
It's not looking good for him. Efson. That delivery from Danso. He rose high, but clearly the arm that was up. That is not a natural way to jump and win an aerial tussle.
Ata. Boniface Blay on the run. Gamo. Cheneboa. Simba. Holy Stars pushing forward, but ball intercepted by Lions for a throw-in. Ahin wants the right support from Hudson. Hudson goes down, he appeals for a foul, but Lions will have the advantage. The throw-in towards the Lions.
That was a cheap foul there. I'm quite surprised he wanted to get a free kick. If truly he and his team want to get back into the game.
Hudson. Now Boama. Poor touch. And his body goes down from the challenger. Boama. Free kick for Holy Stars.
I think Ennis has been very combative in the game. Unfortunately, the rest of that midfield hasn't really clicked, causing all sorts of trouble, winning duels. Boama was late there, right a step across his shin onto his foot.
Ahin swings one in. Nobody at the end of it for Holy Stars. But to be fair to Holy Stars, they've not been lucky with the fixtures and its arrangements. At least in the last 4 games, they've been on the road. They lost to All Blacks in Swedro, lost to Young Apostles away from home, lost to Brecum Chelsea away from home, and drew with Bechem United. So they've been on the road in their last 4 consecutive games. Same for Lions, who have also been on the road in their last 3 games. But Lions suffered only 1 defeat in those 3 away games, 2 draws against Kotoko and Hearts. But for Holy Stars, just a draw. They've given away all other points in those visits.
That is quite unfortunate for them. For the Premier League, these are the games that can derail your chances of survival. But they knew exactly what they were doing and how to make up for it. Hopefully, they would pick up the pieces together soon.
Cheneboa. Switches play to the right is a good control from Hudson. Now, Ahin. Simba. Boedi. Jetia. Cheneboa was trying the backyard, it didn't work. H.A. Dogley picks it up, puts one through for Danso. Essen is making the run. Danso, lovely play from the right back, shows too much of the ball to Boedi. Ended up stamping Boedi, and referee whistles for a free kick. He'll be lucky if he doesn't get a card, but I've seen him take out his yellow card, so he won't escape. It's a yellow card to Danso.
That was a very poor challenge there from Danso. He had over-touched that ball away from his marker, Peter Ahin. And he went right there with the intent of the man and not the ball. In any other jurisdiction with the use of a video assistant referee, could have been a sending off.
Lucky to be on the pitch, Danso. Here is Sylvester Simba for the visitors. Gamo. Hudson. Flag was up for offside.
That was a very good touch there coming in from the midfield. But you could clearly see that Gamo's pass was a little bit late. And these are the fine margins that count in football. If you want to set your team up, you need to do that better.
Confirmation of that yellow card to Danso, a player who loves to bump forward accelerate on that right-hand side. Will be playing with a bit more caution. Chance Freeman can't go past Ahin. It was a handball. Referee Riley whistles to the advantage of Lions.
That was clearly a handball there. Just a little bit of an overhead pass.
Chance Freeman was just trying to lock the ball over Iron. Referee spotted the handball. Holy Stars coming up with some substitutions. Boedi goes out for Amponsan. They've also brought on Gideon Quayson. At least these fans will be satisfied now after those 2 goals scored by the home side. The clumsy late challenge on Musa.
That was so clumsy, he could have easily passed for a penalty. The referee seemed to have overlooked that.
Prince Amponsan replacing Captain Ennis Boedi. And then Quayson taking the place of Hudson. Jetia to Cheniboa. Amponsan lost it out to Obin Jr. Here is Efsen. Ishmael Ado goes to Kwanzaa. Obin Jr. still suffering from that late tackle on him. As referee Alex Amwabin holds play for Obin Jr. to be checked, but he's up now, and referee will drop it for Lions to take the advantage.
A bit of word caution too. Sylvester Simba is getting angry. He needs to calm down. His team is already down. They cannot afford to lose one man.
Musa Abdullah, chance of Freeman. There's an appeal from the fans for a handball, but Sylvester Simba would tear away from his marker. Here is Simba. Was trying to pick out Chineboa, but Danso arrives, finds Kwanzaa, Dogley, Aban, Eche Dogley. Abdullah Musa looking for chance of Freeman, but that pass like the needed precision to find the Liberian. The Hearts of Lions, one-man supporter, charging up the rest of the fans here at the Pando Stadium. Ishmael Ado gives away possession.
For elaboration there, the pass should have gone earlier. I decided to delay it once the channels were blocked. He got a little bit confused trying to find his way through. You can see the disappointment from Efsen. He wanted that ball quicker than Ishmael Ado delayed it.
Ruben Hennessy to Kojobin Jr. Robin Jr. can't go past Arthur, but he's giving the ball away to Jr. again. Asempa, that was an instinctive reaction from the goalkeeper. He needed to come out to save the situation for his side.
Typical of Francis Asempa, he sweeps whenever his defense makes mistakes. This time around, he wasn't late and came through with a brilliant clearance.
Quayson goes past Abdullah Musa. Chance of Freeman comes, he goes past him. Echedoglu did want to come across to deny him the proper space to deliver. Quayson has gone down. Hearts of Lions equally have Musa Abdullah down. Aban attends to Quayson as Chance of Freeman also attends to Musa.
You clearly see concerns there from Musa. He wanted the medics to attend to him. I think he's done a decent job so far. Many would have been questioning with the name out, was the back line, especially the left-hand side, going to fare. I think he's slotting beautifully.
An impressive Premier League debut for the young star. Bashir Effort going forward will now have the assurance of a proper replacement in the absence of regular left back, this McKennie. Musa, he's given a good account of himself so far. Here is Efson. Obin Jr. shows great strength and wins the ball off Arta. Efson comes up against Blay. Blay goes down. Complains of a late challenge from Michael Efson. But those two coaches have so much to do to come back into this game. Adote and his assistant.
So much to do. He's been concerned about the uneven stuff. Clearly, the two would have to battle it out when the start started. Technical bench, the opposite dugout, which will be hard to defeat.
Blay mistakenly kicks the ball out for Heart of Lions, throwing now Hennessy. Across Kwanzaa. We've gone past the hour mark in the game here in Pando. Heart of Lions lead by 2-0 against Holy Stars. Musa again bits into the ball now. Gamo. He's got Quayson going forward. Gets to Quayson. Quayson tries to cut back, but Lions defend their lines really, really well to deny Holy Stars anything from that move.
Very good defensive work coming in from Aban. Once he missed that challenge, he missed the ball. He was never going to allow that ball get to test his goalkeeper. Good block from the captain.
Quayson. Simba. Ahin sends a long one in. Lawrence Osei is obviously going to get there.
These are balls he'll be glad to pick up, especially when his team is leading by 2 goals.
Jetia to Simba. Ahin steps forward for Holy Stars. Can get to Gamo. Not a good pass, but chance to Freeman. Take it up for Ishmael Ado. One of the most consistent midfielders on the local front from the previous season up until this point.
An integral member of Ghana's national under 20 team. He's always trying to weave magic.
Here is Cheneboa. He comes up against Danso. He's got the skill to do what he wants to do. He goes down. Referee spots Obin Jr.'s tackle. Free kick for Holy Stars.
That was a late challenge coming in there from Obin Jr. Picking up on his man. He's clever from Cheneboa. He knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Lions will come up with the first substitution. They're bringing on Antonio Wusu for Ishmael Ado. Ado makes way for Owusu. It's been a decent display by Ado, and Bashir Effort wants to try other things and brought on Antonio Owusu to replace his ever-present and consistent Ado.
It was impressive in the last game, in the second half against Gold Stars. He does bits of what Ishmael Ado can offer more defensively.
Holy Stars will bring on Clement Japon and pull out Moses Arta. Evans Adote responding to the substitutions by Bashir Hayford. Arthur gets a handshake from his gaffer. Sylvester Simba's delivery. Antonio Usu has given the ball away in his first involvement, but Aban to the rescue, gets the ball away for Hearts of Lions. Iron is trying to target Chinibwa. Danso has the ball away. Kwanzaa. Obin Jr. up against Jetia. It's a good ball to find Antonio Owusu. Owusu hands over possession to Jetia. Foul against Obin Jr.
His experience, he knows how to heckle his opponent. Strong on the ball. But this time around, it wasn't legal.
Simba trying to pick out Chinibwa, but that's some clever defending from Yao Danso. Barely puts a foot wrong on that right side. Obin Jr. is chasing the ball, but Amponsa gets it away for Asempa.
That is cool and calm there from Asempa. He virtually calmed the waters for his team to restart another build-up.
Simba. Chinibwa, he's seen a lot of the balls in the second half. He was a bit quiet in the first half. He's got a battle against Danso again. Chinibwa wants to go for glory. No problem for Lawrence Osei.
That was a clean head. He's gradually walking himself into the game. But the position he loves to play. At the opening half, he was playing from the right-hand side. We didn't favor him for these cutbacks. But the second half, very good goalkeeping and firm grabs of the ball there from Lawrence Osei, even though he bounced just a meter in front of him.
Holy Stars put up a good fight in the latter stages of last season's Premier League to stay in the top flight. Many had ruled them out of contention in terms of staying in the Premier League. But for Bashir Effort, he knows too well how close he was to winning another silverware. He's done it with Kotoko and Ashgold in the past, but just 3 points away from doing it with a third different club.
And the work he's done on this team is marvelous. Very little to take away from him. They just need to sharpen the rough edges, which this season they've started doing that, picking crucial points away and making sure that at home they win, and they win convincingly after that narrow 1-0 win over Dreams on match day 1.
Japon's involvement as he's introduced results in a foul against his team.
You can clearly see on his face he's eager to make something profitable for his team. Will have a very Herculean task of even finding a consolation, let alone coming back into the game.
Hennessy's delivery to Obin Jr. Here is Chauncey Freeman. Free kick for Hearts of Lions. He's been very lively in this game. Caught up in a lot of action for Lions, Freeman.
That was a very bad challenge coming in from Peter Hinn. He decided to come for the man and not the ball. Bashed into him. Right onto the back of his neck. That would always be a foul there against you.
Lions have made another substitution. George Osei goes in now. FC's deliveries are fumbled but makes amends.
Not the best of power behind the ball by the Sempanui. How he should save it. Once it bounced in front of him, he just had to pick it up on the second attempt.
That injury to Yao Danso has forced him out. And George Osei was slotted in at that right back position that Danso had operated for almost faultlessly in the last 70 minutes.
Well, it's a huge task on him. He needs to be at his very best to make sure that Lions don't concede and also add up to the attacking bit as done so offered.
Japan. Boniface Blay. Jetia. Ahin. Chinebois up against Osei. Chinebois does what to skip past Osei. Here is Chinebois. He wants to go by himself, and Osei steps up to block for Lions.
That was a very good run there from Chinebois, getting past his marker, testing Osei for the very first time. But that final delivery probably should have been a cutback.
Amponsan Simba. It's a wayward ball from Simba, but Blake covers up for him. Amponsan. Dogley for Lions. Can't get to Obin Jr. Lousy pass, but Obin Jr. with a late challenge on Boniface Blay.
Obin Jr. seems to be tired, committed needless fouls. He was late to that challenge. However, there is very little to complain about, but that was a bit late. He seemed to be out of sorts.
Freeman for Lions. Here is Michael Efson, the second goal scorer. He's lost possession to Simba. Now Jetua will pick it up for Holy Stars. Dogley wants it. Jetua keeps it. Japan holds on for Holy Stars. Sylvester Simba. Holy Stars building up impressively. Here is Quayson up against Abdullah. Quayson wants support and he finds one in Ahin. And Ahin swings in across, not good enough, as Lions will take over possession.
It's quite disappointing, that delivery. You have to solve how many players were inside the penalty area to try and get onto that. It's been bizarre, the decisions that have been made in the final third of the pitch by Holy Stars.
Ebenezer Urban trying to pick out Freeman. There's a foul on Ahin by Freeman. Jetia was aiming at Chinebois, but too much on that one as Osei collects it coolly for Lions. Ahin allows it to roll over. Picks up the ball for this throw. Falls back to Amponsan. Sempa. Boniface Blay surging forward in confidence. Here is Blay, that's what to hang on, but finally loses possession. Now Dogley. 75 minutes in Pando. Lions lead by 2-0. It's Iron against Freeman. That's what to find Jetia and Ponsa. There's a foul on Jetia by Freeman.
Freeman getting a bit later there. Holy Stars have improved. This second half having a lot more of the ball, failing to make it count. A lot of Lions will be very much glad with how they're preventing them from getting into crucial spaces to try hit them.
Hearts of Lions will go top of the Premier League, at least for now, if they are able to secure maximum points. That takes them to 14 points. Awaiting results of games to be played tomorrow and on Sunday. Ahin for the visitors, Holy Stars. Miscommunication between Simba and Gamu. Here is Samponsa to Boazi. Now Japon. Holy Stars have so far conceded 8 goals in 6 Premier League games. Yet to hit the back of the net. One outstanding game against Asante Kotoko awaits them as they still struggle to make a positive impression in this season's campaign.
That will take them more than they are offering currently. They would have to play above themselves. They will need to quickly recover from the initial 7 weeks that has gone terrible for them. Let's not forget they still have 28 more weeks because they have one outstanding game to play.
Freeman, good touch, lovely movement from Freeman. He's been traced by Ahin. Now Freeman wants support and he finds Dogley. Dogley and Freeman not on the same page. The idea was good, but a bit of communication. Then Freeman would have dashed for that one, but he just stood watching as Eche Dogley had made a move to get him the ball.
While Dogley delayed on the initial pass, he wanted to wait a minute, check the run of Epson before making that decision, but it was too late, as Chauncey Freeman had also taken another path.
Lions preparing for a triple substitution. Obin Jr. will make way for Kojokuma. Macaulay Kojokuma steps in for Obin Jr. 1 goal, decent outing for Obin Jr. Back-to-back goals for him in the season's Premier League, having scored against Gold Stars. Chauncey Freeman will also make way Moses Idem will also have his time in this afternoon's game.
And it looks like there's more firepower coming on the right-hand side and left-hand side of attack for Heart of Lions. I'm sure they want more goals. Idem, Kojokuma, very much workaholics, pacey as well.
Fauzi Ali will also have his time in the remaining 10 minutes or so as he takes the place of Samuel Boama Kwanzaa.
Bomber has done his bit. Tired. Very much workaholic. Creating chances and battling it out in midfield. Ali would offer the same options.
80 minutes. In Pando, Hearts of Lions hang on to their 2-goal lead from the first half. Goals scored by Efson and Obin Jr. So Efson has got the opportunity to get a brace as he stays on the field in the last 10 minutes.
He has that ability to do it. All he needs is that, the creative element of Aidem, Ali, and Kojokuma, who have come on, will come to perfection and supply him with a lot more of the balls he would want.
Dogley wins possession for Lions, puts one through for Efson. He comes up against Amponsa. It's a decent tackle from Amponsa. He had to be there, right place, right time to deny Efson, but Efson still hangs on to possession. It is still Efson. This is Efson, nearly scored from that close range. Brilliant, brilliant stuff from Michael Efson.
A player Bremen with lots of confidence, brilliant on the ball. He showed strength, recovered, made that dribble, got past the second man, and he was aiming for the near post where goalkeeper Asempa managed to keep it out. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Look at that nutmeg. But unfortunately, Asempa stood in between the goal.
Michael Efson in fantastic form this afternoon. Corner taken. Referee spots an infringement. Is a foul by Ali on Asempa. A breather now for Holy Stars.
Well, they can have a breather now. That was a very good kick there. Kojokuma couldn't have the right connections when he wanted to look for the flick. But it was for Ebenezer Aban, put himself in a challenge that wasn't legal, and the referee whistled for that foul there.
8 more minutes to go. Holy Stars trail Hearts of Lions in Pando by 2 goals, and they will come up with their own double substitutions. Jetria goes off for Kisi. Francis Otin Jetria, man in the midfield so this afternoon. Then there's also a place for Osewusu.
Osewusu coming on, unfortunately, boy, he's done his best. He just had to go off. He's worked tirelessly, but the decision-making hasn't been enterprising. Hopefully, the 7 minutes, barring any additional minutes that would fall to Osewusu, could probably make an impact.
Efson. Good drive, Asempa punches it away. Kuma twisting and turning and trying to find something. Owusu's cross, Asempa grabs it firmly.
That was very good. Gathered there by Asempa, then Kojokuma working tirelessly, trying to keep up the ball. And once again, look at that drive from Owusu. But Asempa cleverly firing it away and shielding Kojokuma from having a very good touch in the rebound attempt.
Here is Hennessy. Lions looking for a third. Boazi had to be there to stop that delivery from causing any problems. It's a corner for Hearts of Lions.
George Osei continuing from where Yaudanson left off. Very good run, got himself in the right position. But that delivery was always going to be cut out. by Bose. Bose, who has lots on him to do in the absence of Moses Otho.
Anthony Owusu with the corner. Aban's header. Asempa had a fingertip to it, and it's a corner for Heart of, and the captain knows it could have been a third for Heart of Lions, Aban.
Very good leap there from Ebenezer, but he headed down, bounced off. Asempa knew the danger, and his fingertips pushing it far away from the crossbar.
Owusu swings one in again. Fauzi this time heads it to the opposite direction. Kuma's effort is blocked. Hennessy goes to the right side and finds Osei. Here is Gamu. He's been very quiet in the second half. He's not seen a lot of the balls. He was very much involved in the action in the first half, the Holy Stars frontman.
He's been policed well by Hennessy this second half, not giving him any inch of space.
Moises eyed them to Eche Dogli. Musa to Efson. Bozi wins the ball and finds Amponsa. Iron takes the ball away for Holy Stars. Dogli, that's all. This looked like a very decent recovery of the ball by Eche Dogli, but the referee thinks otherwise.
I think he's been given a raw deal there. He went into the challenge, cleanly winning the ball with a sliding tackle. Maybe the referee saw otherwise, but that was a very good gather. Thinking, I'm sure the referee, Amwabin, saying he might have clattered into his man before getting the touch of that ball.
Osei. It's Efson against Boniface Blay. Trying to get to Asempa. That's well to get the ball away. Desperately trying to keep it in, but it's giving it back to Heart of Lions. Would this be the goal that gives Heart of Lions the attempt? It's a marvelous goal. Brilliant effort from Antonio Owusu. What a goal. Heart of Lions are 3 goals up. The pressure has paid off, and Antonio Owusu have scored a really, really wonderful goal here in Pando. It's Heart of Lions 3, Holy Stars 0.
Massive victory for Heart of Lions. Antonio Owusu, brilliant things coming on, winning the balls, running through, creating goal-scoring opportunities. Once he pounced on that loose ball, that touch away from his marker, and he saw Asempa out of position. Very brilliant there, but credit to Efson. He put pressure on Asempa, who couldn't clear it properly, brought the ball back into play, and Owusu got it on the outside tip of his right boot. Very brilliant goal. I'm sure goalkeepers will be wondering why. Our players hitting the ball from distance and scoring for the Ghana Premier League. Sweet dribble and an equally perfect hit for a goal.
Heart of Lions doing great here this afternoon, but Prince Asempa, he only went out to save his team, but he ended up gifting Heart of Lions possession, and Antonio Owusu grabbed it with both hands and took full advantage. Last week we saw some weldies from Takwa where Iwa Dramani scored from a very long range, only for Emmanuel Mafo to do something similar and even much better in Hohoi. And this afternoon, Antonio Owusu gets his name in that list of players to score wonder goals in the Ghana Premier League. Moses Idem, weak effort on his weak foot.
Weak effort, but he was in a rush to finish that off. Very good gather there from Efson for a flick on. Idem had lots of space in front of him, but he took it very much on balance and not with the best of connections. Little power to test Asempa.
Hearts of Lions in cruise control. Nothing is stopping them. Here is Japan for Holy Stars. Can they pull a last-minute magic? Japan's effort takes a deflection and is a looked like a corner, but they must have deflected his own player. We're doing 3 additional minutes as Lions lead by 3-0 here in Bando.
That was quite a resounding victory for them. Fresh air breathing through after 3 games without a win. They were struggling to score. They managed to get one on Monday at the dance park. And this time around, 3 opportunities, 3 goals, making sure they down Holy Stars get themselves onto the summit on the table. It's impressive. Every single department seems to be taken very well, even with the number of changes that they've seen to the setup. Enim out, Abdallah proving pivotal. Downsu's injury, Osei, has been great. Ishmael Ado off, Anthony also replaced him, and he's gotten a goal. And it's been just a cruising atmosphere, a cruising Friday evening for Lions.
Idem trying to prevent the corner. He's able to do that. Here is Simba, loses out to H.A. Dogley. The no stopping even after taking a 3-goal lead. H.A. Dogley stopped by Amponsa. Referee whistles. It was a late call, but it's the right call for H.A. Dogley.
He's been brilliant. He works tirelessly. He's given his all. I'm sure he may probably be a candidate for player of the game. You can see that was a late challenge there from KC.
We're into additional time with 2 minutes already approaching. Bad signal for their quest to stay in the Ghanaian top flight. No goals, no point, no maximum points, no 3 points for them from any single game. And Holy Stars would have to back up. They will remain bottom of the campaign with the paltry 2 points they've accumulated so far. Not too sure about those points in that game against Asante Kotoko.
Who knows? That could be a start to new life for them. But that is a very, very difficult game.
Hearts of Lions will take a trip to Swedro to play All Blacks next weekend as Holy Stars welcome Hearts of Oak to their home grounds. Lions of Dogley getting back onto the pitch. Good news for them as referee Alex Amwabin whistles for the end of the game here in Pando. Hearts of Lions have devoured the struggling and troubled bottom place Premier League side, Basake Holy Stars. Yet to win a game in this season's Premier League. Hearts of Lions assume top spot of the league log after 7 match days following this impressive victory over Holy Stars. 2 first-half goals from Obin Jr. and Michael Efson saw them take a 2-goal lead into the break. Back from recess, Antonio Owusu, the substitute, scoring a worldie after Asempa has stepped out of his area to hand Hearts of Lions precious 3 points and 3 fantastic goals. Full time in Pando. Hearts of Lions 3, Holy Stars 0. Hearts of Lions, interestingly, they shared possession 50-50 in the second half. 2 fouls committed by Lions, 3 for Holy Stars. Full-time score here in Pando. Hearts of Lions, 3 Holy Stars, 0. Now Jetia is a long ball looking for Prince Chineboa, and Holy Stars nearly pulled one back.
In the heart of midfield, Jetua knew exactly what he wanted to do. He found Chineboa. Clever dingly, he couldn't hit the target. This is a 1 and 2 Hearts of Lions. The opening half, he was playing from the right-hand side. We didn't favor him for these cutbacks, but the second half, very good goalkeeping and firm grabs of the ball there from Lawrence Osei, even though he... the near post where goalkeeper Asempa managed to keep it out. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Look at that nutmeg. But unfortunately, Asempa.
Well, it's all over here at the Kwando Sports Stadium, and Hearts of Lions have beaten Basake Holy Stars by 3-0 in a game that ushered us into match day 7. My name is Mutale Yakubu, and I have with me the assistant coach of Basake Holy Stars. Coach, you said the second half needed to change. You created some decent chances in the second half, but then, again, just like the first half, you lost concentration at a point and conceded. What is your general assessment of the team?
I think not bad. Because looking at how we started the game, we started with a positive note until before 35th minute when we conceded the first goal. So the boys lost some concentration, but we encouraged them during the second half to come back and then continue how we started the game. But unfortunately, we didn't have it like the first half. We had a couple of chances, but we failed to capitalize the chance, and then this is what happens. So we just have to go back and then see what happens in our next game.
Now, 6 games, you are winless in all these games. You've not scored a goal. How do you get the team out of this dish?
Yeah, it's not easy. We are still working on our goal scoring, and then let's see what happens in our next game. Because looking at how we play today, if we go back and then continue working hard, work on our chances, I think it's going to happen in our next game. We saw Chineboa, a different Chineboa, Chineboa that we know last season. We saw him today in this game, just that he couldn't find the back of the net. But we want to assure everybody that the goals will come in our next game.
Well, commiseration to you and wish you all the best in your subsequent games. There, the assistant coach of Basake Holy Stars, Rashad Musa. I'll be joined by the head coach of Heart of Lions, the very experienced tactician, Bashir Hayford. Coach, first of all, congratulations for winning this game. But is that the perfect reaction you were expecting from the boys?
Yes, exactly. That's what we wanted, because we know how we suffered in their hands when we went there. And then all of us we were determined that when they come here, we have to pay them in their own coins and prove to them that we are the better side. And so that's exactly what we did.
Of course. And there were phases in the game. At a point, you were struggling to break the team down. I saw you talk to a few of the boys. What exactly were you telling them?
Well, I think because of the rains, it slowed them down. And I was telling them not to rely on short passes. Instead, let's do the long passes. And I think it helped.
Okay.
Because immediately we get the ball, we are targeting the attackers. They will send the ball there. And so it worked for us.
Coach, after a defeat like what we suffered against Gold Stars, how important is a win like this?
Well, it is the boys have to come back, recover from their shells, and then we forge forward. We took 6 matches, and we have played the 6 matches. Now the next 6 matches start from today. And then after the 6 match, we'll tackle the last 6, which is getting to about 18. So on course. This is the first match for the next 6 matches. And so we are on course.
Coach, once again, congratulations, and we wish you the best in your, upcoming games as well. Coach Basake Hayford of
Thank you very
Heart of
much.
Lions is the head coach. He's a Premier League winner, and it will be more magical if he does that with Heart of Lions as well. And the man is here. First of all, give me a handshake. Michael Efson is here. Now, Michael, against Viviani Gold Stars, you came under heavy criticism for the chances you missed. What did you do in training to inspire this performance you put up today?
Yeah. This particular game, I think it was personal. It was very, very personal. As we saw our recent games, I missed a lot of chances, you understand, which I really let my team down. So this match in particular was a very personal game for me. I have to, redeem myself and also make sure my team get a 3-point as well.
Now, after that Gold Stars game, coach said most of you guys were swollen-headed. What exactly did you guys talk about in training to inspire this performance?
Yeah, it was true. As you can see, we were on top. We were on top, and against Gold Stars, we were down. That's not how Lions play. So it was true. So we came back to training grounds, and we the attackers decided to perform very well in this particular game. Yeah.
Now, you've gotten 3 points from this game, 3 goals as well. How important is this win going into the subsequent games?
Yeah, very, very, very important. It will boost our confidence, you understand. And now, as we are talking, we are at the top. So we make sure we maintain that level. Yeah. Thank you.
Quick one, are you new title contenders?
We keep going.
Let's see. All the best to you, Michael, the most valuable player in today's game. Michael Efson getting a goal there. It was a good one, and they've won by 3 goals to 0. We take a quick breather. When we return, I'll be joined by Kelvin and Francis Aboyibo.
I want to watch them, man.
Oh, even watches Ghana football these days.
Do you know Charles Taylor?
The president.
Charles the Terror Taylor. He terrorized defenses with his dribbles.
Ghana Premier League. Aduana FC hope to make light work of Dreams FC on stellar Saturday. The Ghana Premier League is live on TV3. The Ghana Premier League, it's more than 3 points. On match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League, on Sunday special, Accra Heartsville face a tough test at home in Bibiani Gold Stars. Match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League, Aduana FC hope to make light work of Dreams FC on stellar Saturday. The Ghana Premier League is live on TV3. The Ghana Premier League, it's more than 3 points. On match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League, on Sunday special, Accra Heartsville face a tough test at home in Bibiani Gold Stars. The Ghana Premier League is live on TV3. The Ghana Premier League, it's more than 3 points.
So 1 down, 2 more to go. Tomorrow will be at the Nana Jima Bedu Park for Aduana against Dreams FC. Then on Sunday we'll be in the capital because Heart of Folk are back home and they are coming up against BBN Gold Stars. All these games will be live on TV3 and on Unia TV. My name is Mutala Yakubu. Virtually the stadium is empty. Just the 3 of us still here because we love Ghana football to the max. I'm here with Francis and of course Kelvin. Big win for Heart of Lions. 3 goals, 3 points. What a way to bounce back after that defeat to Gold Stars, Francis.
Well, absolutely. You look at Heart of Lions, like Coach Bashir said before the game, they've got to bounce back. And they did it in Grand Star. And the chief culprit on Monday, Efsen, won man of the match. That tells you the kind of job that the coach did on him from Monday to today, Friday. And if you look at the way he played today, he played like a real warrior. He was at the heart of everything. He got a goal. He chased people down, tried to create assists for people to score. And what a goal by Antonio also to put a gloss on the win for Heart of Lions. And it's like Mutala is becoming a trademark in the Ghana Premier League for teams, for players to start scoring long-range goals. And today we were blessed with another one here at the Pando Sports Stadium.
Of course.
I think Heart of Lions played a perfect game here.
Heart of Lions getting a 3-0 win. Kelvin, there were phases in the game where it looked like Basake Oli Stars were really mounting a comeback. But then that goal from Anthony, icing on the cake, just like what we've witnessed in the past week. Long range, no keeper in post.
Well, I think it's instinctive and it's brilliant from these players that you don't always have to get to the final third of the pitch. You don't have to be in the penalty area to score. All you need to do is to find the perfect spot. And if you have the right technique, you make sure you hit the ball. And once Anthony got that loose ball from Prince Asempa, which wasn't cleared fully, he just got a tattoo out toward his marker, and once he saw an empty net, they have been rehearsing. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he just plunged the ball to the first post even before Asempa got into the post. And I think that is ingenuity at its best. There are times you don't have to go the method, the method that is taught at the training grounds. Just be yourself and allow your instincts to speak for you.
And of course, still on that, Kelvin, I saw the coach of Basake, Evans Adote, fuming because he thought Asempa would clear the ball out of touch. Since he wasn't in post, so there was no point clearing the
I think that was a mistake from Asempa.
Yeah.
He's very much experienced. And when you know that you haven't covered your goalpost and you don't know where the ball is going, you need to make sure that you take the safest option. And that was allowing it to roll over the touchline for a throw-in where your team can recover and for you, the goalkeeper, to get into the post. Let's not forget, this is the league. Once you concede a lot more goals, it plunges you further. Even when you win your matches, you would have to score a lot more, and nobody is going to wait for you. Clubs are taking their chances. I think that was a bad decision there from Prince Asempa.
Of course, not just Prince Asempa in there. We also had Michael Buama playing fantastically well for Heart of Lions. He was like everything that good that Heart of Lions did came through him.
Yeah, you look at him. This is a player that actually played about 30 games for them. The season they qualified from the Division 1 to the Premier League.
I think he went on loan at a point.
He went then when Bashir Hefo took over, he was like, you are surplus to requirement. You've got to look somewhere else. Then they took him to Okwewu United. He got injured, came back in January. Rehabilitation process, then Heart of Lion decided to activate him in the system to re-register him for the second round of the season, last season. And then you look at Oforisechi and then Ishmaelado. They were the two first central midfielders. And then they went into the national under-20. Then there was a void. So they needed someone to improvise to play. And then they had to call on him. Ever since he had the opportunity, Mutala, that was it. When they came back, he took one of them out of the team. That is Oforisechi. He's currently not playing. But if you look at the kind of partnership he has formed with Ishmael Ado and then Echedogli, it will be extremely difficult for the coach to drop him at this particular point in time. Because if you look at him, it's like everything that Heart of Lions does good in central midfield comes through him these days. And you look at the first goal that Efson scored. He was the one that won the ball in central midfield, slided a perfect ball into the attacking channel for him. And then you look at how the striker finished it off. So if you have a player of such quality, Heart of Lions can only dream about playing and playing better.
Well, we've talked extensively about Heart of Lions. For Basake Holy Stars, 6 games, no win. They've not even scored a goal. With what you've seen so far, do you think they can really dig themselves out of the hole they are in currently?
Well, it's not late yet. They've played 6 games, one outstanding against Asante Kotoko, and then they would have 20.
And it's against Asante Kotoko.
Exactly, and they would have 27 more games to play, and that gives them an opportunity to bounce back. But I think they need reinforcement. You look at the team, and it lacks bits of experience, legs in the Ghana League. If you look at Heart of Lions, in defense, they have a very experienced player in Ebenezer Aban. In goalkeeping, they have a very experienced Lawrence Osei. In midfield, at least they can bank on Samuel Buama and then Obeng Junior's, that tireless legs they put into, midfield. And Efson has had a couple of seasons in Ghana's top flight. So, but you look at Basake Holy Stars and they seem to be lacking that experience. You ask yourself, after a season struggling to keep yourself in the league, you need to revamp your team with much more experienced legs. Now you look at how they play, getting into the final third of the pitch, that seems to be a bit of a problem which they need to get better. If you don't make the right decisions in the attacking third, everything you do in midfield and defense tends to waste.
Well, they had a couple of chances in this game but could not make it count. I'm talking about Basake Holy Stars. Quick one. Tomorrow, there's Ediana against Dreams FC in Najima Bedu Park. Atapuku says he changed the face of Ediana. Do you think they can really win that game against Dreams? Because Dreams are also coming off the back of a victory.
Yeah, Dreams had their first win of the season against Nations FC last weekend. But Mutala, let me tell you, last weekend I was at the Hawkway Sports Stadium. The way Ediana turned up to play against Hawkway United and managed to win the game by 2 goals to 0 speaks volumes. It tells you the quality in that and the kind of experience that they have. And if you look at the substitution, Bright Ajay never made the starting 11 that day. He came from the bench. And if you look at the way they approached the entire second half of that game, they played with conviction, they played with experience, they moved the ball around the pitch well. They started with a 4-3-3 with variations of 4-4-2. Sometimes they tweak it to a 4-2-3-1 formation. So if you look at what they are doing, you look at their manager, he's demanding, he's yelling at them, he's issuing an instruction, and the players are playing to the formula. And if you have a team that has an identity and they are ready to play like the way they played in Hawkway, trust me, Dreams FC will find it extremely difficult to survive tomorrow.
Well, I don't know about you, Kelvin. Dreams, winning their first game facing Ediana, who are in good form.
Well, I think Dreams haven't been bad. They play very well, but also had the same problem Basake Holy Stars are having. The final third, they were tending not to make very good decisions. But they are playing against Adriana at a very dreaded ground. Adriana, with all the experience, they have a very good coach in Choba Aristika, very much experienced in the Ghana League. He knows that should he let his guards down after the result out of Lions of Garden here on Sunday, Hartlepool will be playing against Holy Stars. If he drops points, he knows that he will be sinking. Mediama have an equally, easier task as against there. So I don't see how Adriana are going to let their guards down and lose, those points. They have a very good squad, well knit, well organized, better than what we've seen from Dreams FC to get maximum points.
So join us on TV3 tomorrow for Adriana against Dreams FC. This is why we call it a wrap, because the director says my time is up. These two gentlemen will go on and on if I allow them, and it's not going to happen. This has been the Ghana Premier League on TV3 and Onya TV, powered by Adisa Production Limited. Heart of Lions beating Basake Holy Stars by 3-0. My name is Mutale Akubu. Thanks to Kelvin and thanks to Francis, and thanks to you at home for doing the watching. Until we meet again, it's au revoir. Bye-bye.